Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to build a totally hype-free, highly accurate mental model of collagen. We really need to stop treating this stuff like it's some kind of magical beauty serum, and instead, look at it for what it truly is, the fundamental structural steel of the human body.
You know, we are just constantly bombarded by wellness marketing these days. It's literally everywhere you look, right? Powders in your morning coffee, fruit-flavored gummies, $80 overnight serums, all promising these miraculous, age-defying results. But the very first thing we need to ask ourselves is whether collagen is just a passing fad, a beauty trend, or if it's something far more essential. To really get it, we have to flip our perspective. If your body were a towering skyscraper, collagen wouldn't be the expensive marble in the lobby or the fresh coat of paint on the walls. No way. It would be the hidden internal steel frame, the heavy-duty scaffolding, and the reinforcing mesh that ensures the entire building can actually stand up against gravity.
So, here is the architectural blueprint for our explainer today. We'll start by looking beyond the beauty hype. Then, we'll break down what collagen actually is, how its physical shape creates strength, what happens with daily wear and tear, and finally, we'll wrap up with the ultimate biological blueprint. Let's dive right in. Part 1. Beyond the beauty hype. It is time to separate fact from fiction.
Okay, so there is a pretty stark contrast between how collagen is marketed to us versus what it's actually doing inside of you right this second. On one side, we have the hype. The wellness industry absolutely loves to treat collagen as this vague feeling of youthfulness or like this standalone hero ingredient that just magically fixes everything it touches. But on the flip side, we have the actual biology. It's a highly complex, built-in support material. Like we talked about, it functions exactly like the hidden steel inside a busy building. You don't usually stand around admiring the hidden steel the way you'd notice a shiny glass window, right? But without it, the visible parts simply would not stay in place. The whole thing would just collapse under its own weight.
So the absolute crucial point to remember here is that collagen sits way in the background of your overall health. It actively intersects with your physical structure, your daily strength, and your body's ability to resist general wear and tear over decades of life. Health isn't just about whether your biological parts exist, it's about whether those parts stay perfectly organized under intense pressure. Seriously, collagen is not the body's decoration, it's the body's architecture. Moving along to Section 2, what collagen actually is. Think of it as the rebar in the concrete. Let's translate the actual biology into plain, everyday meaning. Basically, collagen is a protein. It's a very specific type of molecule manufactured right inside your body. It is highly structural, meaning its primary day job is helping your tissues hold their specific shape. It's fibrous, so it forms these thick, strong strands, not soft, formless blobs. It naturally varies by tissue because, well, different places in your body demand entirely different kinds of support. And most importantly, it operates within a much larger dynamic system. Think of it literally as physical rebar. Concrete by itself is incredibly hard, sure, but it's notoriously brittle. It cracks if you try to bend it. Just like steel rebar gives concrete the ability to flex and resist pulling forces, collagen gives your bodily tissues a way to resist being pulled apart whenever you move.
So how exactly does your body make this stuff? Well, just like a massive brick wall is systematically built out of individual bricks, your body meticulously assembles collagen from basic building blocks called amino acids. These amino acids get linked together and then bundled into these tightly twisted fibers. Imagine a heavy rope made from thousands of tiny twisted threads. One loose thread on its own, super weak, snaps easily. But a whole bundle of them, arranged carefully and woven tightly together, it becomes strong enough to pull immense weight. Collagen acts a lot more like that heavy-duty bundled rope than some smooth magical gel. In fact, gram for gram, type 1 collagen is actually stronger than steel. Crazy, right? Its entire incredible strength comes completely from how it is physically put together to form structural scaffolding.
Section 3, how shape creates strength. We are talking about the true engineering of the human body here.
I absolutely love this concept. Shape is not a side detail. Shape is the point. Just as a tightly woven, dense canvas holds its form significantly better than a loose, flimsy drape, collagen's incredibly specific arrangement makes it remarkably strong in tension. The body intentionally arranges these microscopic molecules so they line up perfectly, they overlap, and they physically reinforce each other. It's that precise, deliberate internal weave that actually gives your tissues their reliable firmness and structural integrity day in and day out.
And this precise shape gives your tissues something engineers call tensile strength. Tensile strength simply means the specific ability of a material, or in our case, a tissue,
to stay securely glued together when a massive external force tries to stretch or separate it. Think about everyday things like gravity, lifting a heavy box, or even just going out for a jog. This biological strength ensures that your skin doesn't tear, your bones don't shatter under your own weight, and your blood vessels can actually hold together when life constantly pushes, pulls, and stretches them.
All right, Section 4, Wear, Tear, and Tissues. It's time for the field test. Your body is a seriously incredible architect. It's constantly adapting the collagen structure to fit the exact physical demands of different tissues. If we just treat collagen like a single uniform magical ingredient, things get super confusing fast. Think of the word rope as a broad category. There is a huge functional difference between a thin cord tying your shoes, a dynamic climbing rope catching a fall, and a heavy mooring line holding a massive cargo ship to a dock, right? Well, your body does exactly this. It carefully utilizes collagen to create tight firmness for your skin, dense strength under extreme pulling for your tendons, tough yet yielding cushioning for your joint cartilage, and a slightly flexible web-like internal framework for your rigid bones.
Listen, everything in the human body experiences significant wear over time. This doesn't mean something is inherently broken. It just means your body's actually out there living and operating in the real world. Your tissues are constantly exposed to movement, relentless pressure, inevitable microdamage, and then the subsequent need for constant repair and active rebuilding. Collagen is absolutely central to this entire never-ending cycle. It acts exactly like a well-used bridge cable swaying over a busy river. That bridge cable isn't there to just sit perfectly still and look pretty. It's fundamentally designed to tolerate repeated heavy force day after day and keep the bridge standing.
Which brings us to our final section, the ultimate biological blueprint. Let's do the final inspection.
Because collagen is really just one single component of a vast interconnected network, simply dumping a scoop of more collagen into your morning smoothie isn't some automatic magical fix for your health. Let's think of a building site. Actually, scratch that. Think of a busy outdoor market stall. Having a massive pile of extra wood sitting in the corner is completely useless if the stall is badly assembled, the carpenters are on strike, the iron nails are missing, or the structure is constantly getting smashed by bad weather. Raw materials matter, for sure, but so does how the biological system actually uses them. A truly healthy system requires the right raw materials like amino acids, normal cellular repair signals, robust overall nutrition, and favorable metabolic conditions just to maintain its physical design. Collagen doesn't replace the rest of your biology, it works right alongside it.
It really all boils down to this one big idea. Your health heavily depends on your body's ability to stay structurally intact over long periods of time. Collagen is the reliable framework that lets the show actually happen. Your muscles create the dynamic movement, your minerals add the rigid hardness, but collagen? It keeps all the moving parts properly connected and fully supported. It is the architectural steel that keeps you structurally intact as the years go by.
So armed with this durable understanding of the body's hidden architecture, you no longer have to wonder if a wild claim is just marketing hype. You can intelligently ask, what specific role is collagen playing in this tissue? And what part of the story is actual biology versus just clever promotion? I want to leave you with this final thought to help you navigate the endless noise of wellness marketing. Next time you see a flashy ad for a miracle serum, ask yourself, is this biology or is it just promotion? Keep this analytical lens handy. I promise it will serve you far beyond the world of collagen. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, stay curious.